Hey, what's shaking, everyone? So, this has nothing to do with the content of the video that is to come, but I wanted to mention the fact that today is, well, the 19th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Easily in my lifetime, the most significant singular day in the world history. I'm sure it is for you as well. I can't think of another instance, but a day of, well, world unity. Unfortunately, with the backdrop of, well, mass tragedy, but on the bright side, we can look back on the 19th anniversary of September 11th with a renewed sense of hope that we could have world peace. This might seem a little bit hyperbolic, but President Trump is working his dick off to make peace in the Middle East a real thing. And he's being recognized on a global stage for it. Trump nominated a second time for Nobel Peace Prize. I'm sure you might have heard passing references to the fact that a couple days ago he was initially nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for normalizing relations between the United Arab Emirates and Israel. Now, what does normalizing relations mean between those two countries? It means that the UAE recognizes Israel as a legitimate country. There are many countries and territories in the Middle East that do not recognize the existence of Israel, that doesn't consider it a real place. So therefore they aren't trading with them or dealing with them at any level. And God, if you were to pop on Twitter when this was initially announced, God, you'd hear everything from Trump is the second coming of Christ to, oh, these were just two U.S. proxy states, and we all knew that this was, coming anyways, and it was already an unspoken relationship between the two, and all this is doing is just grandstanding. No, this is significant. It puts it in writing, and it lays the groundwork for more countries to hop on, and hopefully, God, as weird as it sounds, we could see peace in the Middle East in our lifetime, and shortly. But let's just dig into the fact that Trump has a strong case of winning the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize. A member of the Swedish parliament on Friday nominated President Trump and governments of Kosovo and Serbia for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize over economic cooperation and trade talks. I have nominated the U.S. government and the governments of Kosovo and Serbia for the Nobel Peace Prize for their joint work for peace and economic development through the cooperation agreement signed in the White House, Magnus Jacobson announced in a tweet. Trade and communications are important building blocks for peace, the Swedish elected official added in a post along with a copy of the full letter supporting Trump's nomination. Amazing. And the meltdowns and the praises were equally amazing. But we could be looking at a third nomination because after this initial second nomination was announced, Trump announced a deal between Bahrain, Israel to normalize relations in push for Middle East peace. So I previously mentioned that the United Arab Emirates and Israel normalized peace agreements. Well, the smaller country of Kingdom of Bahrain, that is going to be hopping on that normalization agreement, and Trump held a press conference yesterday and mentioned that there was going to be significant developments the next day, today, and that there were many countries, you wouldn't believe how many, all the best Middle East countries were going to be joining in on this agreement as well. And first half of that came true. I certainly hope the second half of it does, but let's take a look at what Fox has to write. President Trump on Friday announced that Bahrain has agreed to normalize relations with Israel. Another diplomatic win for the president coming after a similar agreement with the United Arab Emirates just last month. This is really something special, very, very special, Trump said in the Oval Office, predicting that the region will become more secure and prosperous as a result of the diplomatic moves. Man, this is a lot more than just a diplomatic win for Trump. This is a world I was going to say shattering, not shattering. A world healing? Sure, we'll go with that. A world healing event. And honestly, a nomination for a Nobel Peace Prize is warranted and deserved. Should he win? I don't know who else is nominated, but I can't think of anybody else doing more for world peace right now. But if we were to look at other winners throughout history, and based on the thumbnail and the title, you already know where I'm going, so we'll cut with the semantics. Do you believe that President Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize over Barack Obama? Because Barack Obama was nominated for simply existing. Did he do anything? He was nominated the same year he was inaugurated. And I can remember in the first month, he walked back his promise to close Guantanamo Bay. And, well, let's just fly right at it. What did Obama do throughout the rest of his presidency? If you were to exclusively turn into CNN, he was the greatest human being to have ever lived, and to question anything that he did was racist, and you have no place to do it, so shut up and listen to what we have to tell you. I'm going to go through at least the 3 big highlights. How about Obama opens NSA's vast trove of warrantless data to entire intelligence community just in time for Trump. This was right before, literally a week before Trump's inauguration. So, with only days until Donald Trump takes office, the Obama administration on Thursday announced new rules that will let the NSA share vast amount of private data gathered without warrant, court orders, or congressional authorization. I'm having a bitch of a time recording this video. I can't believe it. With 16 other agencies, including the FBI, the Drug Enforcement Agency, and the Department of Homeland Security. The new rules allow employees doing intelligence work for those agencies to sift through the raw data collected under a broad Reagan-era executive order that gives the NSA virtually unlimited authority to intercept communications abroad. Previously, NSA analysts would filter out information they deemed irrelevant and mask the names of innocent Americans before passing it along. What makes this significant? Because Executive Order 12333, as it's shorthanded, obviously, but serves as an authorization for the NSA's most massive surveillance programs, far more than the NSA's other programs combined. Under 12333, the NSA taps phones and internet backbones through the world, records the phone calls of entire countries, vacuums up traffic from Google and Yahoo's data centers overseas. Signed in 2014, and Obama expanded it just as he was leaving office. Huge breach. It was massive news at the time, but it was never, convincingly stuck to Obama. Amazing. In my opinion, it should have been the most significant scandal in Obama's terms himself, in his scandal-free administration. It's not even the most egregious thing in my opinion. We'll eventually work up to that. How about something that the media loves to pin on Trump at all times? Obama has deported more people than any other president? Question mark? Let's just go down here. How many people have been deported under Obama? Between 2009 and 2015, his administration has removed more than 2.5 million people through immigration orders, which doesn't include the number of people who self-deported out of fear. How does he compare to other presidents? In fact, they have deported more than all the sums of all of the presidents of the 20th century. How delightful. But he was such a giving humanitarian, deserving of the Nobel Peace Prize. Nope. He was the deporter-in-chief for a reason, people, and that's why I've said it before. But to me, deporting criminals, illegal immigrants is what a president should be doing. They should be looking after the security of the nation, the national borders. So I'm not going to drag him for this. What I will drag him for is Obama's covert drone war in numbers. 10 times more strikes than Bush. Terrific. You know, let me be clear. Barack Obama didn't deserve the nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. He definitely didn't deserve to win the Nobel Peace Prize for simply, inspiring other globalists around the world that, hey, look at now, we finally have another pushover in the Oval Office instead of just an incompetent buffoon in George W. Bush. No. Barack Obama proved that Nobel Peace Prize that he earned in his first couple of months in office, the fact that he received that nomination, I don't know, within the first 100 days goes to show you these globalists don't care. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer brought up a very good point. The fact that if President Trump wins the Nobel Peace Prize, in fact, he should, have a succinct little message that he reads there and refuse it. It's a poisoned award. If it wasn't so drugged through the mud already, the fact that Middle Eastern dictators have won the award before and then gone on to commit several human rights atrocities, I would say that this would be a major victory for Trump. No, the major victory for Trump is these Middle East peace agreements. As much as the media wants to drag him as being a self-aggrandizing bloviate, man, he's just really telling you what he's doing and then following through on his promises. It's significant that at least the global community is giving him his due. Is it important that he wins the Nobel Peace Prize? No. Is it important that he maintains his consistency in following through on campaign promises? Absolutely. And that's why he's going to win in November. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. If you appreciate the videos that I put out there, or you like the commentary that I provide, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as hitting that like button. It does absolutely nothing terrible for you, but it helps me out a ton. And yeah, outside of that, this was a tough one to make, guys. So anyways, I've been Don Khan-Swaylo. I want you guys to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.